An article about discrediting the Russian army for a post with the words "no to war" written back on February 24th. The Tverskoy District Court of Moscow registered an administrative protocol against actress Kristina Asmus. The case will be heard on September 6th. If the court finds Asmus guilty, she faces a fine of 30,000 to 50,000 rubles. And this is just one example of repression for disagreement with the Kremlin regime.
In fact, thousands of officers from the Center for Countering Extremism of the Ministry of Internal Affairs of Russia regularly monitor social networks, monitor the internet, look for some kind of statements, then make denunciations and draw up protocols. And accordingly, people are subjected to prosecution. The first sentences have already been issued. For example, Moscow Municipal Deputy Alexei Gorinov has already received 7 years in prison. Ilya Yashin, Evgeny Rozman, and a number of other well-known people in Russia are already under criminal proceedings.
However, the number of people in Russia who are ready to publicly express their disagreement with the actions of the Kremlin is declining, human rights activists say. Those who were ready to act decisively are either jailed or have been forced to leave the country.
A significant part of Russian society, it is amorphous. It is loyal to the authorities, but loyal passively. That is, it is not ready to actively support the actions of the authorities, not ready to go to the front. It is ready to sit silently in front of the TV, supporting propaganda.
In the struggle for the minds of Russians, the Kremlin is ahead of the game. For those who are still undecided about their position and want to learn more about war in Ukraine, the Russian authorities block access to independent sources of information. For example, a court in the city of Vladimir ordered the blocking of a section of the online encyclopedia Wikipedia for humiliation of the honor and dignity of the president and servicemen. The results for massacre in Bucha and war in Ukraine in Yandex and Google search engines also differ. The Russian developer brings to the first page sources spreading pro-Kremlin propaganda and conspiracy theories, allegedly Europeans creating fakes about the war crimes of Russian army in Ukraine.
While there is an opportunity, there are Telegram channels which cannot be scored or deleted, and people who want to find information, they find it. Another thing is that most Russian citizens, they have stopped, first of all, analyzing and thinking, and they do not even want to listen and hear these things. So they do not need this information. They have enough of what they are told tales on TV. They have chosen a comfortable position for themselves. They do not want to know about the horrors of war. They do not want to know what is happening in the real world. They just shut themselves off from this flow of information.
However, there is also a small group of people in Russia who have not abandoned their efforts to fight Putin's regime and who are ready for more radical methods. We are talking about the partisan movement, which is stepping up in Russia, and according to experts, we should expect a growth of this movement in the autumn.
Sooner or later it all will blow up, and there will be quite a big and social explosion. And in principle, I expect after the war is over, Ukraine, when regime in Russia, the army is eventually defeated, Russia will collapse and have a revolutionary revolt.
Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Larisa Zubenko, UATV News.